Hi everyone. Today I've come with a short reflection. This I'm sharing from my own experience. Sometimes when we pray, there will not be any answer from God and our problem will not be solved. This I have experienced many times. So recently also I was praying for a special intention and there was no answer from God and heaven was silent. I was doing a special prayer for 10 days for this special intention. And after that, there was no answer. Then I thought I should increase the intensity of my prayer. Then I thought I'll do a 3 days fasting prayer. I cannot really fast because if I fast or if I skip my meal, I'll have acidity, I'll have a burning sensation in my stomach. So it's very difficult for me to fast. So I thought I'll do a 3 days fasting prayer and that would be powerful and God would listen to my prayer intention. I discussed with my husband this but he discouraged me because he knows that I have this acidity problem and it would be difficult for me. But I wanted to give it a try. I thought I was not sure how my body will react, but I thought let me give it a try. If it is too difficult, I'll stop in between. That was my plan, and I started that on Monty Thursday. My plan was to do for 3 days, Monty Thursday, Good Friday, and Holy Saturday, and break it on Easter. So I started, and first day it was very difficult. By afternoon, I had a severe headache, and I was finding it difficult to continue. I was drinking water, but I was just skipping all the meals. Then I thought, okay, somehow let me finish till 6 o'clock. And 6 o'clock, if it's too difficult, then I'll break it. But 6 o'clock, we went to church. When I came back, I thought, okay, anyway, it's now 7 o'clock. I'll try for today. Tomorrow morning, I'll break that if it is difficult. Like that, I was extending it for like every 6 hours. Next day, I thought, okay, let me stay till 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, I'll extend it to 6 o'clock. And somehow I finished all 3 days and it wasn't that difficult. Initially, it was difficult, but it was okay. And I had tea couple of times when I had severe headache and I had to do some work. That time I had tea. Couple of times I had. Otherwise, I was not having any meals or anything. I was just sipping water and I could finish that. I was very happy when I finished that. But even after that, my prayer was not answered and there was no answer from God. Then I went to Velangani, our whole family went, and I specially again prayed there for this intention. And again, no answer, but God told me that He has allowed this because it is good for my soul. So don't analyze why it has happened. Don't think about that. Don't worry about that. Just think that it is good for your soul, and that's why I allowed it. So that's the only answer I got, and I stopped worrying about that, and I stopped praying for that. So I just leave it to God. This happened to me even before also. After our marriage, I shared this testimony earlier as well. After 4 years only, I conceived my first daughter. And she was born 2 months, just couple of months before our fifth wedding anniversary. So God gifted her without any treatment. I miraculously conceived. And initial years when I was praying for that, there was no answer from God. Heaven was totally silent. Sometimes when we pray, God would say that there is a delay. I'll give you a child, but there will be a delay. Like that God would say, right? But there was no answer from God. And I really thought I'll not have a child. That's why there is no answer. And I accepted that. I was at peace with that. And then just 6 months before, 6 or 8 months before I conceived, God started giving messages. I started getting messages from different sources. God promised us children. And then I conceived. So all these years, all these 4 years, when we didn't have a child, God was preparing us for a blessed parenthood. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine that I would have 5 children. So God gradually led us into that. So He gradually told us His plan. So all these years He was preparing for us. So it was for a bigger purpose He delayed that. And at that time, I thought I'll not have a child, and heaven is silent on my prayer. But He was preparing us for this blessed parenthood. So same way, sometimes when we pray, there will not be any answer from heaven. So that time we shouldn't lose hope in him. We shouldn't lose faith in him. So he is preparing us for some bigger purpose, or he has allowed us because it is good for our soul. Without God allowing, nothing will happen in our life. Whatever is happening, it's because God allowed us. And without his knowledge, nothing would happen in our life. So if he is allowing us, and if we are going through some difficult situation, it is good for our soul. That's why God allowed us. So we shouldn't lose faith in such situations. We should continue to have that faith and hope in him. So when I was praying for this special intention, he was not answering that, but he was answering many of my casual prayers. I wouldn't even call that as a prayer. I sometimes tell him casually, God, this, that, just to give an example, okay? I was trying to get up early for some time. I usually go to bed very late. I am an IT professional and we have calls till late evening. And by the time I log off, it would be 10:30, and then I go to bed very late. And because of that, I was getting up late. And I tried to get up early, but whenever I get up early, I'll have some headache, or I feel that I'm not able to work efficiently. So I was not even trying that, but I had this wish that it is good if I get up early, I could finish a lot of things, and I wanted to get up early, but because of this, I was not trying. So one day, when I was doing this prayer, before going to bed, I was actually thinking, okay, next day I have to finish some work in the kitchen before I log in for work. So I was thinking, if I get up early, I can finish everything peacefully and then log in for my office work. But again, I didn't want to keep alarm and get up early and get headache and all that. So I told God, if you want me to get up, wake me up at whatever time you think is appropriate. I'm not keeping alarm. If you want me to get up early, please wake me. This is not a prayer. I just casually told him like a friend, and I slept. But next day what happened is, 1 hour before I usually get up, the power went off. And there are like 2 UPS in my room. One is for the piano, and another is for my computer. And then there is another printer. And as soon as the power went off, all 3 started beeping. It's like an alarm from 3 sides, 3 alarms ringing simultaneously. And I woke up and thinking like, what is this, all this noise? And it was this UPS and the printer making all the noise. Then I understood that power is not there. But usually power doesn't go, and even if it goes within 30 seconds, it would come back because they'll switch on the generator. So I was thinking, okay, maybe in 1 minute it will stop, the power will come back and it will stop. But it was not stopping. I waited for 5 minutes, it was not stopping. I waited for 10 minutes, and finally I got up because it was continuously beeping. After 10-12 minutes, I woke up, and when I went outside, in all other rooms, the power is there. The power line to the room where I was sleeping, it got tripped. I went and checked in the main meter, and that particular line was tripped. And when I put it back, the power came. So I suddenly remembered about the prayer, and I was laughing. God, is this how you are waking me up? I shared this with my daughter and my mother-in-law, and we all laughed. So this is like sometimes this is how God answers your prayer, right? And this doesn't stop there, because one day if I get up, next day I'll again sleep, right? So what God did is, we usually go for the evening mass, daily mass evening. But due to Easter blessings, home blessings, our parish stopped or cancelled the evening mass for 2-3 weeks. So we are forced to go for the morning mass, and for that I need to get up early. So I'm continuously getting up early for past 1 week, and initial couple of days it was difficult, but now I'm slowly getting used to that morning schedule. So what I was trying to say is, like, small things he is answering, but the big things, whatever I am asking, there is no answer. And the only answer he told is, it is good for your soul. And by answering these small things, he is assuring me that he is listening to all my prayers and he is listening to even my thoughts. So he is reassuring me in that. But certain prayers will not be answered immediately, or there will be a delay, or sometimes it may be even permanent. But don't lose hope, because whatever God has allowed, it is good for our soul. That's why he has allowed. So this is my experience, and this is what he told me. And I wanted to share this with all of you, and I hope you all could relate to what I say and you all benefit from this. So if you are going through some difficult situation, and if you feel that you are abandoned by God or your prayers are not answered, it's not that God is not answering your prayer or he's not listening to your prayers. He is listening to all our prayers and all our thoughts. It's just because he is allowing that, because it's good for our soul. So that's why he has allowed us. So just wanted to share this message with all of you. Hope you like that. God bless you all. Thank you.